Hi everyone, I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and today I have this fun double Z fold card to show you. So when I open it up, hopefully you can see that there's one Z and two Z. So that's a double Z fold card. So they're kind of fun. They're not hard. I'm going to show you how I found an easy way to cut the paper to make it a little efficient for you. And so that's what we're going to do. So let me, I used the fruit paper for all of my examples here, and this is a celebration pack that was offered as a free incentive in January and February, and I know it's not available anymore, but I'm sure you can go through your stash and find some paper to use. So I'm really just kind of showing you the construction of how it's put together, and then you can use any paper you want, or you might even have some of the fruit paper, who knows. It's fun, I like it. All right, so I have here kind of my little cheat sheet of how I want to cut. So I'll keep referring this to it, and I can hold it up if you ever want to take a screenshot. I'll also have the measurements written out on my blog for you after I get it posted. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm using Granny Apple Green. It's going to go with some of the apple paper I'm going to use, and I consider this landscape, and I consider this portrait. So I'm going to actually do some work on this paper while it's in the landscape position. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to square up this piece of paper. It's 8.5 by 11, and so I'm just going to make it 8.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to put this over here, 8.5, and I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to use this piece later, so I'm just putting that aside. And so now I can actually put that back so you can have this in the center. I'm going to score it. So I'm going to score, so we just cut that at 8.5, and so we have our two pieces like that. And so I'm going to score it. Still, I called it landscape position, but it's a square, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I'm going to score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. We had done this card for club, and I had actually kind of showed them a different way of cutting it. But I've since changed my mind. This way I'm scoring kind of two pieces at once, and so it saves a couple steps. All right, so those are scored. So now I'm going to rotate my paper, and I'm going to cut off 3 1/4 off the bottom. So now I have these two pieces that are already scored, and these are kind of the two base pieces I need for that Z fold card. This is the piece that I had left over, and I can cut that to 1 7/8 by 5, which would give me, I'm going to save this actually because I already have a piece here, so I would have just cut this to 1 7/8 by 5, so I'm going to use that for scrap. And then I've already embossed it. I decided to use the Soft Waves, hopefully you can see it, the embossing folder. And if you, let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's this piece that goes under here. If you wanted this to be another piece of pattern paper, or you could just leave it alone solid, you would just cut, if you do in pattern, you do 1 7/8 by 5. Or if you wanted a different color cardstock, but like that way, it's 1 7/8 by 5. All right, so these are our three pieces we need for our card. All right, I'll put that there. That's going to get set aside. So you can kind of fold on your score lines. We're actually going to, this one's actually going to be in the front right here. So I'm going to fold it like this so it looks like a Z. There's my Z, and I can even kind of burnish them a little bit. So that's one piece. And this one, it's kind of going to go the Z in the opposite way. So my big piece will be the back of the card. So I'm going to fold it this way, kind of folding it in half. And then I'm going to fold this half back. And then that gives me that Z. So when we put them together, it's going to go like that. So now you kind of have the construction of the card. So actually, since I already have, this is embossed, and I'm just going to place that there. I'm just going to do that right now. It's just a subtlety, because the paper, depending on which paper you pick, you know, you could have some busy patterns. So this just gives it a little something, but not overly. Okay. And then we need our pattern papers. So these ones I used oranges. For this card, I'm going to use apples. I've already cut them, but I'm going to give you the measurements. So the background here is just a standard layer. It's 4 by 5 1/4. Kind of see some different patterns. That would be too busy with the apples if I used it. And you could use white. You can use whatever you want, but I kind of liked it. Since we're not writing on this piece, it's more of a background. I thought it was kind of fun to have a pattern. So, like that. All right, and so now we're going to, as we put our card together, I want to cover these panels. So, I cut my paper. I did it so that you can kind of see on all of them. Oh, maybe I didn't put that one together so well. Let's see. I did it so you can, it's like a continuation of the paper. So if you do that, just cut the width first and then cut it down versus just cutting one piece and one piece. But you don't have to, you know, if I wanted a total different pattern there, I could, but I kind of split the pineapple there. So that is, if you were going to do it that way, I would just cut a whole strip of 4. This was 6 by 6 paper, so I just cut 4 by 6, and then no, hold on, 3. I cut this 3, so it was a 6 by 6 paper. I cut it in half at 3. Then I cut this segment in 4 and this segment in 1 7/8, just so you have that continuation of the paper. So this one is 4 by 3. This one is 1 7/8 by 3. This is the same size, 1 7/8 by 3, and this will be where I write my little message. All right, so let's put these on here. This looks like a great September birthday card, you know, if you have thinking like apples in schools, but really apples are any time of year. All right, and, oh, I don't think I brought a little white piece of paper. Let's see, should have some white up here. I forgot to cut that piece. So, what did I say? 1 7/8. It's 1 7/8 by 3. Okay. There. You can make this, you know, a thank you card, birthday card, hello card, any sort of reasons, all depending on your paper. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you what I think is an easy way of putting this together. It's going to look like that. Now, you could decide if you wanted your double Z to be on the bottom, or if you wanted the top, or if you wanted this part to be narrower, but then the base is 3 1/4. You can make yours however wide you want. I have done some that are skinnier, so that's why it's so great about the Z cards, is they're so versatile. But how I'm going to put this one together is it's going to go like that. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put glue on this end piece here, and I'm going to keep it folded. Actually, I'm going to fold it this way, and I'm just going to place it down. I'm going to put mine kind of in the middle, best I can here, and I'm putting like this folded piece right against this folded piece, so they're just touching. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue right here, and then I'm going to close that shut. So my glue is a little bit narrower than the width here. So I'm just going to close that shut and press flat. And that way it will fit, fit really nicely in an envelope. And I have kind of you open it up 90-degree angles. So there you go. So there is the construction of this particular Z fold card. And then I have, where did they go? I was pretty certain I had already embossed my birthday wishes. Here's the die. Let me find it. Okay, I found it. So I just have to cut it. So what I'm going to use is, show you which dies I'm using, the Countryside corner dies. And so I'm using, it's one of the smaller ones. I think it's the second biggest, or from the smallest to the biggest. And I'm just going to cut that out. But again, you can use any sort of labeling. But now I have a whole bunch of birthday cards, kind of fun ones. And I just embossed it. I'll show you the where the stamp came from. It's actually from a kit, and I really, really like this stamp. I like all the stamps that came with the kit. So I'll show it to you. All right. There we go. Put that there. Okay. I feel like I should cover my glue so it doesn't clog. All right, so let me show you where actually this stamp came from. It's from this kit. I think it came out in January of 25. It's right now it's still available, and I think it'll be available for a while. It's just called the Brightest Birthday Kit, but I have the cards here to show you. They are, look at the fun envelopes, and I'm hoping you can kind of see this. It's like a rose gold iridescent, and so you get these fun papers. So they're certainly not complicated cards. I just stamped on the inside, but sometimes you just need a cute little birthday card, and I think the envelope really makes it. So you get 3 of each. So you get 3 of those. You get 3 of the fun ice cream cards. I mean, it's perfect for a little kid. And this envelope has some stars on the bottom. And then this one has some fun candles and all of that shine. I love it. And then this has that on the envelope. So you get 3 of each cards in the kit. And these are this is the outline of what the stamps look like. But here's the birthday wishes that I used. But I mean, you can use happy birthday and celebrate, enjoy your day, the start. You can use them for so many things. So this is the kit, and this is where I got the, I just wanted to show you where I got this stamp from, in case you were wondering. All right, so we're just gonna finish this off. So I decided, so it wasn't too red and green because it wanted to be Christmas versus, birthday versus Christmas. I decided to just do my greeting in the same color versus some of these I did different colors, like you can kind of see some of them. So again, it's all customization, and I think I'm going to use this ribbon. This is actually the end of my ribbon here, so I'm going to do white. Again, this particular card I didn't want it to be too busy. I want the apples kind of to shine, so I'm just going to gauge my ribbon to be that long. What I'm going to do is I actually put a little little glue there. I'm going to fold my ribbon. I may end up trimming, since those are not the same angle, I might trim them a little bit. And I'm just going to grab a block and hold that there for a second. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. So this is I would put dimensionals on the top and the bottom so it can kind of, what I say, straddle the ribbon. This is when these foam strips come in really handy. So I'm just going to cut some foam strips, put them on the top and the bottom. Dimensionals would work too. And I know that glue's not dry, but it's just kind of to hold it in place. And then this will go right here. And let's see, maybe I'll just kind of get a better angle so it's matches a little bit. All right, so there we go. So there is our double Z fold. And I'll just, happy birthday wishes to whoever it is. I'll write their name, I'll sign my name, and off it goes. So here's 1Z and here's 2Z. So that is the double Z fold. Leave that there in case you want to take a screenshot, and I will show you the other versions. They're all, you know, made the same. They're just different patterns. Move that over a little bit. Patterns of paper. Kind of fun. Here are the other two, so you get an idea. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. And if you are not receiving my emails, I send an email out every Tuesday morning. And if you're not getting them, please sign up. So just head over to my website, mailsomethingpretty.com, and then there's a box there. You can just sign your name and your email, and you'll be sent a tutorial right away, and then you'll receive my weekly emails. So have a wonderful day. I hope you like the card so you can make a whole bunch. Thank you. Bye-bye.